Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to discuss with you how to love your job. At certain stage of your life, you may find out you hate your job and you don't want to get up in the morning to go to your job. Does that sound familiar? If you ever experience this, then this episode will help you to get out of the trap. So please stay tuned. Welcome back. To begin with, I want to share some of my personal stories. When I grew up, my parents did quite a lot of jobs to support me, especially when I was in college. They have to support me for the high tuition. They have been working as a street cleaner workers. That's the hardest time in my life. But again, when I talk with my parents now, they told me they love what they did as a street cleaner at the time. Why? Because they have a dream. They were earning those money and to support me for my college. They know that's gonna change my life and that will bring them a bright future. So come back to our daily life. Sometimes you might have a bad day or you don't feel a good mood at your work. Then a consecutive days you will feel you don't like your job and you don't want to go to the job. Or you just feel bored after a certain of years. So today I'm going to share some of the tips that will help you to re-love your job. Tip number 1, be gratitude and be thankful for the job. I know sometimes when you are down to the details of the daily job, it can be very boring and tedious. But think about when you first get that job, how do you feel? I still remember when I first been offered a mechanical engineer out of school, I was very happy because I've never made that much of money. And also it's a new city I will experience. And all that excitement and future possibilities made me accept the offer immediately. Think about there's a lot of people who are longing for a job, but because of certain reasons, they are not allowed to get that job or they didn't get an offer. And also think about in certain part of the world, some people are suffering hunger, suffering from disease. Try to be gratitude for what you have. Tip number 2, always know that you have a choice. A lot of cases that we hate our job is because we feel like we're powerless. It certainly happened to me for a certain stage. I feel like I don't have a choice instead of going to do what I have to do. Part of the reason is because of, as an immigrant, we have the green card issue. Before we are being granted with the green card, we cannot easily change our jobs. That's definitely give me a lot of dysfunctional beliefs thinking I don't have a choice. But the reality is no, you always have a choice. Even within your current job, you can start to shift some of the things. You can assume some new responsibilities or even ask for internal transfer, right? I think there's still opportunities for you to change jobs even with this kind of constraint. Tip number 3, always try to learn new things. I know most of us who start to feel boring is because we're continue doing the job for a few years and we feel like it's just a repetitive process because we're not constantly be fed with new challenges or new projects. So in those type of cases, you have to go out to search for new challenges by yourself, either to sign up online classes or ask for new responsibilities. Whenever you start to explore new stuff, that's when you will feel a refresh of joy. Tip number 4, focus the aspect that you love on your job. It could be as simple as you love certain co-workers. You might spend more time talking with him or her, or the slacks provided in your company. You need to focus on some of the positive parts instead of being dragged into all the negative thinking about you don't love your job. In terms of the job function, if there's certain job that you don't love, you can talk with the manager, say, this is not really what I love to do, or it doesn't fit with my interests or strengths. Can you give me more opportunity to do what I love and what I can really make a great contribution? So try to focus on the things that you love at your current position. The next tip is try to make friends. We're all human beings. job is just part of the life. You cannot completely separate your work and the life. So you need to make some friends at your work. You need to talk with people. You need to be genuinely interested in some of your coworkers. And sometimes you just have to speak up and go out to say what people are doing, what's been driving others to working on this job. Once you start to talk more with your coworkers, chances are you will know there was a lot of commonality between you guys, and you can start to develop more love for your work. The last but not least, try to communicate more with your direct boss. A survey done a few years ago indicates 2/3 of the people who don't love their job is due to their direct manager. I think that's true for a certain point, because most of the things we are afraid or we struggle is come from the relationship between your direct manager. So I would really encourage you to be open up. Try to open up and talk about upfront when you start a job, to understand what is your manager's perspective, how he wants you to fit in the job, and also to share how you wants to help in the organization. I know everyone, when they start a job, they have a goal, they have a passion. And part of the reason that's been lost during the years of job is you start to get discouraged if people don't know what you are capable or don't give you the opportunities. So by communicate frequently with your managers, you can have the opportunities to let your managers know what motivates you and what drives you to be better at work. Okay, so please leave down your comments on what's the reason that you don't love your job and what's your plan to change that and make yourself to love your job. Thanks again for watching this, and I will see you next time.